for joining me on the Listen Up Girl podcast. I'm your host, Zach Randles-Friedman. I bring you 10 minutes or less of LGBTQ plus news a few times a week. And today is Friday, August the 8th. My first story is a follow-up to a news story I had last newscast. So Montreal Pride is actually reversing the ban on Jewish LGBTQ group after a backlash. Montreal Pride organizers have reversed a controversial decision to ban Jewish LGBTQ plus groups from marching in this year's parade. According to the Montreal Gazette, the group Ga'ava, affiliated with the Center for Israel and Jewish Affairs, was initially told they couldn't participate due to political tensions surrounding the war in Gaza. Fiat Montreal released a statement condemning what it called the ongoing genocide in Gaza and expressing solidarity with Palestinians. But after significant backlash and accusations of religious discrimination, organizers walked back the exclusion. The reversal now allows Ga'ava and its allies to march on the August 10th parade, restoring a space for Jewish LGBTQ plus visibility. I think that's the right decision. Everybody should be included. Next, the FBI shows LGBTQ plus hate crimes remain very high despite the drop in violence. Even as violent crime in the U.S. continues to decline, there's still hate crimes targeting LGBTQ plus people remain very high. That's according to a new FBI report highlighted by The Advocate. In 2024, there were over 2,000 hate crimes based on sexual orientation and more than 500 based on gender identity. While there's a slight decrease from 2023, activists are warning that the numbers are still unacceptable. They point to rising political rhetoric targeting LGBTQ people as a root cause. Only 19% of law enforcement agencies reported any hate crimes at all, prompting further concern that the true scope may be even greater. Next, a study finds 91% of dating app users have drug-related experiences, and many are deleting the apps over it. So a new study has revealed a troubling trend that 91% of dating app users have negative experiences involving drugs, and 1 in 4 have deleted an app because of these issues. A guy named Ignacio, he is a CEO of Controlling Chemsex, told reporters that drug addiction, not HIV, is the biggest problem facing the LGBTQ plus community in dating spaces. The study is a wake-up call for app developers and users alike to address growing intersection of hookup culture and drug misuse. Next, discrimination in football has hit record highs, with a sharp rise in reports of racism, transphobia, and sexism, particularly online. According to anti-discrimination charity Kick It Out, more than 1,300 incidents were reported in the 24-25 season, and up to 610 just 3 years ago. Homophobic abuse declined slightly, but transphobic abuse doubled, and sexism rose by 67%. Online abuse remains a major concern, especially racism, which involved in nearly half of the digital reports. CEO Samuel Okafor said the data shows fans are not just identifying the problem, they're demanding solutions. Housewife Lisa Rinna wins Outfit of the Year and honors the trans community in a speech. At the Las Catrias Culture Awards, actress and reality TV icon Lisa Rinna took home Outfit of the Year. But it was her acceptance speech that truly made waves. With hosts Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers looking on, Rinna gave a heartfelt shout-out to our trans siblings, drawing applause from the star-studded crowd. The speech was a rare moment of LGBTQ plus solidarity on a main stage, showing that even a red carpet can be a platform for love and inclusion. So thank you, Lisa Rinna, for being part of it, the community and being an ally. Next, we are going back to George Santos, where he's complaining about prison conditions in an open letter. So the disgraced former Congressman George Santos is speaking out after his first week in prison, and he is not holding back, of course. In a letter published by South Shore Press, Santos complained about everything from the polyester uniforms to the joyless food and what he described as government-issued sandpaper soap. Meanwhile, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene is lobbying for Trump's team to commute Santos' 7-year sentence and calling it excessive despite admitting he broke the law. As a reminder, Santos was convicted on multiple accounts of wire fraud and identity theft stemming from schemes to defraud campaign donors. So I don't know what George Santos thought he was going to go to. Did he think he was going to a day spa? But that's prison. He's not going to have great food. He's not going to have organic cotton uniforms. And he's not going to have $200 bars of soap. My next story is Misinformation swirls after trans employees helps customers at M&S, which is Mark & Spencer's. And for those of you who don't know who Mark & Spencer's store is, it is a store based out of the UK, I believe, only. And a trans employee at Mark & Spencer's became the center of media storm after helping a mother and daughter in the lingerie section. The Telegraph reported the mother felt freaked out after receiving assistance from someone she perceived as a biological male. The retailer later apologized for the daughter's distress and offered to have only female staff assist her in the future. But the situation has spiraled into a transphobic backlash online, with even J.K. Rowling, surprise, surprise, calling for a boycott of the store. And for those of you that don't know, J.K. Rowling is a big transphobic hater. She hates trans people. Advocates warn the incident has become another example of how trans people are being vilified simply for doing their jobs. Next, we have a gay candidate named Chris Gallant. He launches bid to flip the New York Congressional seat. Chris is an openly gay Democrat, just launched his campaign to flip New York's District 1 blue. The seat, based in Long Island, is currently held by Republican Nick LaLota. Gallant dropped his first campaign video this week, highlighting a progressive platform and a call to push back against anti-LGBTQ plus policies at a national level. With growing LGBTQ plus political representation, Gallant hopes to bring visibility and real change to Capitol Hill. I mean, we better hope when the midterms come next November that we change everything as much as possible to blue. That is going to be our last chance, I think. And my last story is New York opens the first shelter that is exclusively for trans and non-binary people. A historic moment for LGBTQ plus housing. New York City has opened Aces Place, the first shelter in the city dedicated exclusively to trans and non-binary people experiencing homelessness. According to them, the shelter was created by Ali Forney Center in partnership with the city and offers wrap-around services like mental health care and job training. It's named after a former youth resident and Black trans activist, Ace, whose legacy now lives on through a space that's not just a shelter, but a symbol of community, dignity, and safety. So that is amazing because somebody has come together with the city of New York to give this space to them. So that is my news for Friday, August the 8th. Thank you for listening. If you haven't subscribed to this podcast, please do. Also, if you're not listening to my other podcast, Everything and Anything and a Bit Gay, I have amazing, amazing guests that I would love for you to listen to. They have amazing, inspiring stories. So give it a listen. It's not political, and it's got some great people for you to listen to. Thanks for joining. Talk to you on Sunday with more LGBTQ plus news.